Number system is our first unit of this term. In the last class, fractions and decimals. Let's recall what is a fraction. A fraction is any part of a group, number or whole. And for example, one circle has been cut in half and here a half is a fraction. We write one half as 1 by 2. And here the top number, the number 1 which is in the top is called the numerator and the number 2 which is in the bottom is called the denominator. And the one number is the number of parts we have. And here 2 is the total number of parts the whole is divided into. Decimal number can be defined as a number whose whole part and the fractional part is separated by the decimal point. Conversion of fractions to decimals. If the denominator of a fraction is any of 10, 10 square, 10 cube and so on, we can express them as decimals. That is, when any integer is divided by multiples of 10, say 10, 100, 1000 and so on, the decimal form of it can easily be found by just putting the decimal point before the number of zeros found in the denominator. If the denominator of a fraction is any number that can be made as powers of 10 using the concept of equivalent fractions, then it can also be expressed as decimals. That is, when we happen to divide two integers, it will be easy for us to convert the denominators as 10 or multiples of 10. And then the answer we need to put the decimal point before the number of zeros found in the denominator. Now, students, let's see about conversion of decimals to fractions. Students, conversion of decimals to fraction. As we convert fractions into a decimal number, the decimal numbers can also be expressed as fractions. For example, let the price of brand X slippers be rupees 399.95. So, here expanding the above price we get. So, this is a decimal number. Here we have to convert the decimal number into a fraction. So, this decimal number can be read as 399.95 or 399 and 95 hundredths. So, this can be written as 399 and 95 hundredths. So, now taking LCM, we get 399 into 100 plus 95 by 100. Now, multiplying these two values, we get 39900. That is 39,900 plus 95 by 100. So, while adding we get 39,995 by 100. So, now cancelling the numerator and the denominator by using fifth table we get. So, in the numerator it is 7, 9, 9, 9 and in the denominator it is 20. So, we get 7,999 divided by 20. So, is the decimal 7,999 divided by 20 is the fraction form of the given decimal number. Finally, if the price of brand Y slipper is rupees 159.95, then it can be expressed in terms of fraction as below. That is, we can write this 159.95 and or 159 and 95 hundredths as 159 and plus 95 hundredths, 95 by 100. So, now taking LCM, 159 into 100 plus 95 by 100. Now 159 Multiplying 159 with 100, we get 15,900 plus 95 by 100. While adding these two numbers, we get 15,995 by 100. So, cancelling the numerator and denominator by using fifth table, we get, so here in the numerator, 3 5s are 15 and here 9. 1 5s are 5 and 4 is balanced, so 49. 9 and 4. 4 5. 45 is 9. So 9 5s are 45. So here in the denominator it is 20 times. So we get 3,199 by 20. So this is a fraction form of the given decimal number 159.95. Point 6. Write the shaded portion of the figures given below as a fraction and as a decimal number. So students, here they given three figures. So here we have to find the shaded portion of the figures. So in each figures there are 100 boxes are there. So that is 10 columns. In each column 10 boxes are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So there are 10 columns and in each 10 columns there are 10 boxes are there. So totally 100 boxes. So first we have to find the fraction of this figure. That is the shaded portion of the figure 1. So that is 9 squares are shaded. So in the first column there are 10 boxes are there. So except 1, 9 boxes are shaded. So 9 squares are shaded out of 100. So what is the fraction? So 9 out of 100, which means 9 by 100. So decimal number for that is 0.09. And here in the second figure, the first column is fully shaded. That is 10 squares. And in the second column, 8 except 2, 8 squares are shaded. So totally 18 squares are shaded. So out of 100, 18 squares are shaded. So the fraction can be written as 18 by 100. And decimal number for that is 0.18. And finally, students, here listen, except 1, almost all the squares are shaded. So totally 100. So 100 minus 1 is 99. So 99 squares are shaded here. So out of 100. So the fraction can be written as 99 by 100 and the decimal number of that is 0.99. So let us make a tabular column, shaded portions, fraction and decimal number for that fraction. So shaded portion, 9 squares out of 100 squares, 18 squares out of 100 squares and 99 squares out of 100 squares. So fraction is 9 square out of 100 square can be written as 9 by 100 and 18 squares out of 100 squares can be written in the fraction form as 18 by 100. 99 squares out of 100 squares can be written as 99 by 100. Now we can easily change the fraction into decimal number. So that is there are 2 zeros in the denominator. So there will be a decimal point before 2 digits, or else after the decimal point there are 2 digits is must. So here only 1 digit is there. So before 9 we have to add 0. So 0.09 is the decimal number for this fraction. Here 1, 2. So 2 digits. Before 2 digits we have to put decimal point. So 0.18 is the decimal number for this fraction. And 99 by 100. So 2 zeros are there. After the decimal point 2 digits will be there. So 99 or the 2 digits. So in the decimal part we have to write 99. So 0.99. Example 1.7. Express the following fractions as decimal numbers. So students, we have to find a fraction equivalent to 3 by 5 whose denominator is 10. So that is, when we happen to divide to integer, it will be easy for us to convert the denominator as 10 or multiples of 10. And then the answer, we need to put the decimal point before the number of zeros found in the denominator. So students, here 3 by 5 is given, and so when we multiply and divide by 2, we get the denominator as 10. So we are multiplying the fraction by 2 by 2. So that is 3 into 2 divided by 5 into 2. So if we multiply and divide by 2, we get the denominator as 10. So that's why we are multiplying and dividing by 2. Okay. So now 3 into 2 is 6. 5 into 2 is 10. So here we know that how to divide 6 by 10. So that is, here there is only one zero. So we have to put the decimal point before one digit. So that is 0.6. Here 0.6, and check whether there is only one digit after the decimal point, because we are dividing the number by 10. So when we divide by 10, there will be only one digit after the decimal point. Example 1.8. Write the following fractions as decimals. So here 2 by 5 is a fraction is given, and here we have to change the denominator 5 into 10 or multiples of 10. So then only it will be easy to convert the fraction into decimal. So here we have to find a fraction equivalent to 2 by 5 whose denominator is 10. So that is, we have to multiply and divide by 2. So that is, 2 by 5 becomes, when we multiply 2 with 2 and 5 with 2, we get 2 into 2 divided by 5 into 2. That is, 2 into 2 is 4. 5 into 2 is 10. So 4 by 10 is the equivalent fraction of 2 by 5, and also its denominator is 10. So now it is easy to convert the fraction into decimal. So because when we divide the number by 10, the decimal becomes, we can write the decimal value as 0.4. That is, we have to put the decimal point before one digit, and also check whether there is only one digit after the decimal point. 3 by 4 is the given fraction. Now there is no chance to get 10 in the denominator when we multiply one digit number with 4. So our next step is to make the denominator as 100. Now check whether the denominator becomes 100 or not. Yes, there is a 2-digit number 25 that gives 100 when multiplied by 4. So students, it is very important, when we multiply the denominator by 25, we must multiply the same digit 25 in the numerator also. And write down, we have to find a fraction equivalent to 3 by 4 with denominator 100. Since there is no whole number that gives 10 when multiplied by 4, let us make the denominator as 100. Students, 3 by 4 is equal to 3 into 25 divided by 4 into 25. So it is very important that when we multiply a digit, a number with a denominator, it is very important that same digit have to multiply in the numerator also. So 3 into 25 divided by 4 into 25. 3 into 25 is 75. 4 into 25 is 100. So the denominator becomes 100, the multiple of 10. Now 75 divided by 100 becomes 0.75, because there is, in the denominator there are 2 zeros. So if there are 2 zeros, we have to put the decimal point before 2 digits, that is 1, 2. So the decimal point will be here. So that is before 7. And also here before the decimal point there is no digit. So let us take it as 0. So 0.75. So if there is no digit, we have to put 0. And 0.75 is the decimal number of the given fraction 3 by 4. Students, write the following fraction as decimals. So if the mixed fraction is given, what we will do? So keep the whole number 3 as such. We can find a fraction equivalent to 1 by 5 with denominator 10. So this is one type. So that is 3 1 by 5 can be written as 3 plus 1 by 5. So now we are going to change this fraction equivalent to 1 by 5 with denominator 10. That is 3 plus 1 by 5. So when we make the denominator 10, we have to multiply and divide by 2. So that is 1 into 2 by 5 into 2. That is 3 plus 1 into 2 is 2 by 5 into 2 is 10. So now 2 by 10 is the equivalent fraction to 1 by 5 with the denominator 10. So now we can write 2 by 10 as 0.2. So adding 3 and 0.2 we get 3.2. That is 3 whole number. There is no fraction part. So put 0 and here the next number is 0.2. So here's 0.2. Now adding the decimal number we get 0 plus 2 is 2. 3 plus 0 is 3. So 3.2. So 3.2 is the decimal number for the given mixed number. Type 2 we can do like this also. That is to convert the mixed fraction into a decimal. Now we can convert the given mixed fraction into a fraction. That is here we get improper fraction. So that is multiplying 3 into 5, 15, 15. 15 plus 1 is 16. So that is 16 by 5. So here 3 into 5 plus 1 by 5. So we know that how to convert mixed fraction into a fraction. So that is we have to multiply here and adding 1 with the product. So that is 3 into 5 is 15. 15 plus 1 is 16 by 5. So now we get 16 by 5. So now we have to change the denominator into a 10 or multiples of 10. So here we can change into 10. So while multiply and divide by 2, we get 16 into 2 is 32 and in the denominator 5 into 2 is 10. So here we find a fraction equivalent to 16 by 5 whose denominator is 10. Now 32 by 10 is 3.2. So which is the decimal number of given mixed number. Now students, example 1.9, convert the following into simplest fraction. So 0.04. So now we have to convert the given decimal number into a simplest fraction. So now, this decimal number can be read as 0 and 400. 400th. So that is 0 and 400th. 400th. So that is 4 by 100. So here we can cancel 4 and 100 by using 2 table. That is here it is 2 times. Here it is 50 times. And again when we cancel 2 and 50 by using 2 table, in the numerator it is 1 time and in the denominator it is 25 times. So 1 by 25 does be required. So which is the simplest fraction of the given decimal number 0.04. Students, converting the given decimal number into a simplest fraction. So this decimal number can be read as 3 and 46 hundredth. That is 3.46 can be written as 3 and 46 hundredths. And here 3 plus 46 by 100. When we cancel 46 and 100, we get, by using 2 table, we get 23 and here it is 50. So that is 23 by 50. Now, here the whole number and the proper fraction can be written as a mixed number as 3, the whole number and the proper fraction. Students, it is given that 0.862. That is, here we have to convert the given decimal number into a simplest fraction. So here tens, hundreds, thousandths. So it can be read as 0 and 862 thousandths. So that is 862 divided by 1000. And here 862 by 1000. So now when we divide numerator and denominator by 2, we get 862 divided by 2 is 431 and 1000 divided by 2. When we divide 1000 by 2 is, we get 500. So which is the simplest fraction of the given decimal number 0.862. Now students, given the fraction 999 plus 99 plus 9 plus 9 by 10 plus 9 by 100. So while seeing this, we can easily find that here all these numbers which are in the whole part, so which are whole numbers, and here 9 by 10, 9 by 100, that is in the denominator, if there is 10 or 10's multiples or there, we can say that all these numbers which are in the decimal part. So that is 9 by 100, which means a digit 9 which is in the 10th place, and 9 by 100 which means the digit 9 which is in the 100th place. So in the next step, first add all these numbers which are in the whole part or integral part. That is 999 plus 99 plus 9, which gives 1107. Plus 9 by 10, 9 by 100. So we can write it as, here this is the whole part and here it is it starts from 10th and 100, and here these two are in the decimal part. So there will be a decimal point between whole part and decimal part. So put a decimal point. And here, what is the digit in the 10th place? 9. And what is the digit in the 100th place? That is 9. So 1107.99 is the decimal form of the given fraction. Or else we can do like this also, students. So now that is 1107 plus 9 by 10. We can write it as 0.9, and 9 by 100 can be written as 0.09. So now adding all these values, we get 1107.99. Students, 23 plus 6 by 10 plus 8 by 1000. So this fraction, which means that 23 is in the whole part and 6 by 10 is in, 6 is a digit which is in the 10th place and 8 is a digit which is in the 1000th place. So here the 100th place is missing. So we can add 0 into 1 by 100 in place of 100th term. So since 100th place is not there, it is taken as 0. So now 23 plus 6 by 10 plus there is no hundredth term. So write it as 0 into 1 by 100 plus 8 by 1000. Now 23 point, we can write it as point because there will be a decimal point between the whole part and the decimal part. So here in the 10th, the first digit after the decimal point is 10th place. That is, which number is in the 10th place? 6. So 6. So since the 100th place is not there, it is taken as 0. And what is the digit in the 1000th place? That is 8. So here 23.608 is the required decimal form of the given fraction. 1.11. Write each of the following as decimals. So the first one is 404 and 5000th. So thousands. That is 404, which means 404. And so we can write it as plus 500ths, which means 5 by 100. So now we have to change this into a decimal form. So that is 404, that is 404 plus, so here it can be written as 0.05, isn't it? So when we add these two values, 404, which is in the whole part, 0.0, and point, put the second term's point to the straight of the first one, and here 0.05. So now adding these two values we get 0.4, which is 404.05. Students, the second one is 2 and 25 thousandths. So it can be written as 2 and 25 thousandths, which mean divided by thousands. So 25 thousandths, which mean 25 by 1000. So here in the next line, in the next step, we can write it as 2 plus 25 by 1000. We can write in the decimal form as 0.025. So when we divide 1000, we get 0.025. That is, there are 3 zeros in the denominator. So we have to put the decimal point before 3 digits. That is 1, 2, 3, and here will be the decimal point. So, and also there will be 3 digits after the decimal point when we divide the number by 1000. So now it is easy. So we know that how to add decimal numbers. So 2 plus 0.025. So that is 2, which is a whole number, and the second one is 0 is in the whole part, 0.025. So the first number is 2 and the second number is 0.025. And here for our convenience, write down 000. So now adding this, we get 520.2. So 2.025 is a decimal form. Now students, write the following decimal numbers in the place value table. So here, according to the given decimal numbers, write down the decimal place values in the place value table. And here, the first one is 0.025. So here 0, which is in the ones place, and 0 is in the 10th place, and 2, which is in the 100th place, and in 1000th place there is a digit which is 5, and here 428.001. So 4 which is in hundreds place, 2 which is in tens place, and 8 is in the ones place, and here 10th place, 100th place or zeros. So there are no digits in 10th place and 100th place, and 1 is a digit which is in the 1000th place. So now place them in the place value table. Now 0.025. So point. So 0. So here write down 0. So there is no digit in the ones place. So write down 0. And 10th place is also there is no digit. So write it as 0. And 2 which is in 100th place, that is 1 by 100. 1 by 1000. And 5 which is in the 1000th place. And the second number is 428. So ones, tens, thousands. So 428 is over. That is the whole part is over. And the next one is 10th place and 100th place. There are no digits. So write 0, 0. And in the 1000th place, there is a digit which is 1. So 428.001. Now students, fourth problem, write each of the following as decimal numbers. So here now the fraction is given, the expansion is given, and here we have to write the decimal form. And here we know that 6 by 10, 3 by 100 and 1 by 1000, which are the digits in the decimal part. So there is no digits in the whole part. So if there is no digit in the whole part, take it as 0. Point. The 10th place, the digit in the 10th place is 6, and here in the 100th place the digit is 3, and in the 1000th place there is a digit which is 1. So 0.631 is the decimal number of the given fraction. Fifth problem, convert the following fractions into decimal numbers. 3 by 10. So that is 3/10, which can be written as 0.3. That is the first digit after the decimal point is 3. So it can be written as 0.3. 99 by 100. That is 100th term. 100th digit is 99. So that is 0.99. And here 3 by 2. So here when we make the denominator as 10, it is easy to convert the fraction to decimal number. So multiply and divide by 5. That is 3 into 5 into 2 into 5. So when we multiply 5 with 2, we get the denominator as 10. And 3 into 5 is 15. So now the denominator becomes 10. So that is we have to find a fraction equivalent to 3 by 2 whose denominator is 10. That is 15 by 10. Now it is easy to convert 15 by 10, the fraction, to decimal number. That is 15 by 10 is 1.5. So that is there is 1 0 in the denominator. So we have to put the decimal point before one digit. So that is the point between 1 and 5. So that is 1.5. Students, 3 by 5 can be written as 3, the whole number, and the fraction part. So now we have to find the equivalent fraction with the denominator 10. So for that, multiplying and dividing the numerator and denominator by 2, we get 3 plus 3 into 2 is 6 by 5 into 2 is 10. Now 3 plus 6 by 10 is 0.6, that is 6/10, which means first digit of the decimal part. So we can write it as 0.6. Now adding 3 and 0.6 we get 3.6. Students, write the following decimals as fractions. So here this can be written as 75 hundredths, that is 75 by 100, and 6.4, so that is 6 and 4 tenths, that is 4 by 10. And here this is expansion. Now we are going to write the fraction, and also in the denominator make it as 10 or tens multiple. So here taking LCM we get 60 plus 4 by 10, which is 64 by 10. Now seventh problem, express the following decimals as fractions in lowest form. So here 0.18 can be written as, we know that this can be read as 18 hundredths, that is 18 by hundreds. Now we are going to cancel 18 and 100, that is 18 9 times, here 50 times. So 9 by 50 is the lowest form of the given decimal, lowest form of a fraction. And here 3.56, so 3 and 56 hundredths. So 3 plus 5600 can be written as, by cancelling 56 and 100. Now 2 times 2 into 2 4 1 8, 28 into 2 56, and here it is 50. Again when we cancel 28 by 50 by using 2 table, here it is 14 times and here it is 25. So 14 by 25. Now 3 into 25 plus 14 divided by 25. So that is, we are taking LCM. So 3 into 25 is 75 plus 14 by 25. So 75 plus 14 is 89 by 25. So which is the lowest form of the given decimal form? Now students, let us see the topic comparison of decimals. Let us see Bob Beeman's long jump record of 1968 Summer Olympics, which stood for 23 years. His record was 8.90 meter. This record was broken by Carl Lewis and Mike Powell in 1991 World Championship held at Tokyo, Japan. Carl Lewis jumped 8.91 meter and Powell jumped 8.95 meter. So can you compare these distances? So here 8.90 meter, 8.91 meter and 8.95 meter are given. 3 distances are given. Here we have to compare these 3 distances and then we have to tell which is the highest distance covered by the player. So for this we have to follow the decimal numbers with equal decimal digits. So what it mean by equal decimal digits? So students, for example, let's take 45.55 and 45.56. These two numbers are decimal numbers, and also here see the decimal part. So in the first decimal number, the decimal part 5, and in the second decimal number, the decimal part is 5, 6. And also here, how many decimal digits are there in both the numbers? 2. So this is called equal decimal digits. So equal decimal digits, which means it has equal number of digits in the decimal part. And here the steps for the decimal numbers with equal decimal digits. To compare such decimal numbers, here we have to follow these steps. The first step is compare the whole number part of the two numbers. First we have to compare the whole number part. The decimal number that has the greater whole number part is greater, isn't it? So then step 2. If the whole number part is equal, then compare the digits at the 10th place. The decimal number that has the larger 10th digit is greater. So in the two steps, we can notice that first we have to compare the whole number part in both the decimal numbers. So if in the whole number part, we have to compare which is greater number. So if we can find the greater number when comparing the whole number part, then we can say that the decimal number that has the greater whole number part is great. So for example, 8.36 and 6.29 are two decimal numbers are given. So here we have to compare the whole number part, 8 and 6. So here we can easily say that 8 is greater than 6. So which number is greater number? Which decimal number is greater number? Yes, that is 8.36 is the great number, is the greater than the number 6.29. And in the second step, if the whole number part is equal, that is, if the, for example, 8.36 and 8.29. So here the whole number part is equal, 8 and 8. So in this case, we have to compare the digits at the 10th place, isn't it? So which is the 10th place? The digit in after the decimal point, the first digit after the decimal point is the digit at the 10th place. So here we have to compare the 10th place digits in both the numbers. So for example, 8.36 and 8.29, the whole number part is equal, and here compare the 10th place. So in the first case 3 is there, and in the second number 2 is there. So which is great number? Which is greater number? Yes, 3 is greater than 2. So we can easily say that 8.36 is greater than 8.29. So in the case, we can say that the decimal number that has the larger 10th digit is greater. And step 3, listen carefully. If the whole number part and the digits at the 10th place are equal, so whole number part and 10th place numbers are equal, digits are equal, then we have to compare the digits at the 100th place. So students, for example, 8.36 and 8.39. So all the two decimal numbers are given. So here the whole number part and 10th place digits are equal, isn't it? 8.3 and here also 8.3. So in this case, we have to compare the 100th place digit, that is in the first decimal number 8.36, and the 100th place in the second decimal number is 9. So compare these numbers 6 and 9. So which is greater? Yes, that is 9. So we can say that 8.39 is greater than 8.36. So in this case, we can tell that the decimal number that has the larger 100th digit is greater. So the same procedure can be extended to any number of decimal digits. So In that example, we can say that 8.90 is less than 8.91 is less than 8.95. Isn't it? Here, the whole number part and the 10th place digit is equal in 3 decimal numbers. So, comparing the 100th place digits, we have this in equation. Now, let us see decimal numbers with unequal decimal digits. Let us now compare the numbers 45.55 and 45.5. In this case, we first compare the whole number part, isn't it? We say that the whole number part for both the numbers are equal. Here 45 is the whole number part and here 45 is in the whole number part. So, it is equal in both the numbers. So, we now compare the 10th place. So, we find that for 45.55 and 45.5, the 10th place is also equal. That is 5. Here, the 10th place digit is 5. So, both the 10th place digits are equal. Now, we proceed to compare 100th place. The 100th place of 45.5 is 0. If there is no digit, we can take it as 0. And that of 45.55 is 5. So, comparing the 100th place, we get 0 less than 5. Therefore, 45.50 is less than 45.55. So, students, here is a important note, that is 0 added to the right end of the decimal digits do not change the value of that decimal number. So, we can add 0 in the right end of the decimal digit. So, here compare two decimal numbers 8.36 and 6.29, which are the decimal numbers with equal decimal digits, isn't it? So, here two digits are there after the decimal point and here also two digits are there after the decimal point. And here, which is the whole part of these two decimal numbers? Here, in the first number, 8 is the whole part and here 6 is the whole part. So, now as a first step, compare the whole part of the given decimal numbers. So, here it is 8 and here it is 6. So, which is greater than? We know that 8 is greater than 6. Therefore, if the whole part 8 is greater than 6, then we can say that this number, decimal number, is greater than the second decimal number. So, therefore, 8.36 is greater than 6.29. So, here the potato, the kg 8.36 kg of potato is heavier than 6.29 kg of potato. Now, students, compare two decimal numbers. Here, the whole part in the both the case, the whole part is equal. So, that is 99, here 99 and here in the second number 99 is the whole number. So, the whole parts are equal. So, here the whole number parts of the given two numbers are equal. So, as a second step, we have to compare the digits at 10th place. So, 10th place. Here, the 10th place, the digit in the 10th place is 5 and the digit in the 10th place is 6. So, now we are going to compare 5 and 6. So, which is greater number? Yes, that is 6. So, comparing the digits at 10th place, we get 5 is less than 6. Therefore, from this we can say that this number, the second one, 99.65 is greater than 99.56. Now students, compare these two decimal numbers. Here the integral part or the whole part in the both the case in both decimal numbers are 0. So which is equal. And also the 10th place in the first number is 0 and in the second number is 0. So the integral parts and 10th places are equal. So as a step 3, we have to compare the digits in the 100th place. So in the first decimal number, the digit in the 100th place is 5 and the digit in the 100th place in the second number, decimal number is 9. So 5 is less than 9. So from this we can say that the number 0.05 is less than 0.09. So far we discussed about the comparison of two decimal numbers. Extending this, we can arrange the given decimal numbers in ascending or descending order. Students, the long jump records of students in a school for 3 years are given. And here we are going to arrange these numbers in a ascending order. So the ascending order, which means the order from small to bigger. So here from these 3 decimal numbers we can see that the whole part as well as the 10th place digit are equal in 3 cases, isn't it? See, in the first year 4 is the whole part and in the second year 4 is the whole part and in the third year 4 is the whole part. And here in the first year 9 is the 10th digit and here is also 9 is in the 10th digit and here 9 is in the 10th digit. So the whole number parts of the 3 decimal numbers are equal as well as the digits at 10th place are also equal. So our next step is to compare the 100th place digits. So the digits at 100th place are 0, 1, 5. Now students, the digits at 100th place are 0, 1 and 5. And what about these numbers? Yes, 0 is less than 1 and 1 is less than 5. So from this we can say that the decimal number that has the larger 100th digit is greater. So we can say that here 4.90 is less than 4.91 and here this number is less than 4.95, which means that the ascending order is 4.90, 4.91, 4.95. Now students, we having two decimal numbers 13.523 and 13.52 and also here we can see that these decimal numbers with unequal decimal digits, isn't it? Here 3 decimal digits are there and here in the second one 2 decimal digits are there. So here we have to add 0 in the second decimal number. So now these two numbers becomes equal decimal digits. So now we can compare the whole number and 10th place and 100th place, 1000th place of these two decimal numbers. Now note that in this case the two numbers have same digits up to 100th place. So here the whole part, here is 13 and here is 13. It is same and the 10th place here is 5 and in the second number is also 5 and the 100th place digit is 2 and here 2 is in the 100th place. So from whole number to 100th place the digits are equal. So now we are going to compare the 1000th place. Here the 1000th place, the digit of the 1000th place is 3 And here in the second decimal number, the thousandth place is 0. We know that 0 added to the right end of decimal digit do not change the value of the decimal number. That's why we put 0 here. Okay. So now 3 and 0 are there, and compare these two values. Which is greater than? Yes, 3 is greater than 0. So it says that this value, this decimal value is greater than this decimal value. That is 13.523 is greater than 13.520.